Good evening, everyone, and this is my look at the commodities and digital commodities for the week commencing 9th of February 2020. Starting off here with gold, so although it started to look more and more bullish, this was the follow through from last week, and it did actually climb a little bit higher. It also had a bit of a retracement and actually back down, testing these levels close to 1550. And at the moment, still looking somewhat bullish, but definitely messy. This is really not super appealing to me. If I look across at silver, silver's even worse. Problem with silver is there really is no clear trend at the moment on the daily, and you can see it's relatively. You can see although there's a lot of buyers supporting underneath here, there's just no follow through. And it's struggling with resistance there. For me, in terms of trading opportunities, I'm just going to stay very far away from this for the time being. Then looking at copper. Copper actually is set up kind of relatively bearish at the moment, breaking down, producing a rejection candle against previous support, testing that as rejection and then following through on that. And overall, it's got a monthly downtrend. So this is looking more bearish than bullish. I may consider shorting opportunities for the short term in the coming week, but otherwise just exercising some caution there. Then platinum. So platinum, really for me, the chart to watch is this weekly chart with that potential weekly candle here being a little bit bullish body, but rejective at the top and encountering a little bit of local resistance there. So I'm looking to see if this week we break the low, back down underneath this resistance, or if we actually ignore that and attempt to make another run up to the upside there. But of course, all of this is tied to last month's January's rejection candle. So that again is what I'm looking at, monitoring this. There's no real setups at this point in time anyway, and the daily is solidly in a downtrend. So in other words, I only expect it to start trending properly if once it decides which direction it actually wants to go in. Palladium, and again here the chart to really keep an eye on is that weekly. You could just see strong bearish rejection candles here. It is overextended. It does need to make its way back down. 2000 is a great number for it to come back to. You can see here it's produced a lower high so far on the daily. We'll see if the support holds. It might alternatively, it can look to consolidate for a few weeks and then continue on upwards as the moving averages start to come up to meet it. But certainly right now that weekly price action is looking more of a rejection and bearish than anything else. We've also got an inside bearish candle at the moment forming here. We're only really not even halfway into the month, so that's a little bit premature, but we are overextended. So again, I'm cautious with this. There may be shorting opportunities during the week if you break this previous low and it picks up pace. Alternatively, it's more for me sitting on the sidelines. Now, then having a look at crude oil. So crude continued a lot lower, breaking through nice support, heading a little bit further down there as well. Monthly as well, looking nice and bearish. So following through from last month's bearish, fully bearish candle, nice bullish, bearish engulfing candle there. Price you can see is retraced, produced a bearish indecisive candle here, and subsequently just breaking the low of it there. So that looks very much as though that wants to head lower down to the next levels, going through to West Texas. Okay, so looking at oil here, same thing again, very bearish. Actually hasn't been able to do a decent retracement. It's properly overextended on the weekly, broken through support there. Okay, it's pulled back, produced a bearish indecision candle against support resistance level, and follow through on that. So this so far, technically both of these look as though they very much want to head lower and potentially starting to go down towards 46.50 there. Light crude oil, same thing again. So basically across the board, all of those showing possible shorting opportunities for day trading, swing trading. This is the swing trading opportunity, and that's already passed. For me, the best performer, believe it or not, was Bitcoin. So Bitcoin and Ethereum, solid. They followed through on their setups. They looked really nice and bullish, and they've just continued to climb. This is comfortably heading towards 10,000. We'll see how it reacts at that, but that looks pretty good. It's not overextended on the monthly at all, as I said last week. And this weekly trend is just getting started. That was the potential resistance. It's just gone through that, like I was going to say, slid through that like a hot knife through butter, pushing through on that. So possibly coming back to test this. I'll see how that 10,000 level reacts. And then there's Ethereum, which was even more bullish. In fact, right now Ethereum is really outperforming Bitcoin. In terms of that, it has now become due for a retracement. So back down towards 188, 189 would be really nice to have that come back. Plus it would be most likely a Fibonacci 50% Fibonacci level retest. That looks really good. It's coming into some level of recent resistance here, at least in terms of that. Also support over here. So all of that looking good. It's produced a higher low on that monthly. So all of this looking very, very nice and bullish. So retracements on this, again, certainly on my watch list, Bitcoin and Ethereum this week for entry opportunities to the upside. All of those looking nice and positive, and in fact, they have the clearest, strongest trends. Thank you.